Steel Series Rival 600 size switches. Bit like that, yeah, more of a micro switch. These are most of the Logitechs, to be fair. Everywhere. Hey, how you doing, WP Sunflowers again, man? These ones are tricky to get off. So you got a good eye for this and good heat transfer. Hey Bob, just got done with the MZ1. Which two screws should I put in? The ones below the feet. I put the ones, you're doing mod in it, I put the ones where the switches are. They're ones that you can control the pressure on the switch. The rear ones are not really necessary. That's you've been here, been modding it, mate? One off, 3 to go. As music wasn't on. Just got my heat gun, I think, for this. The trick to these ones, slow and steady wins the race. What I found. You can easily rip these pads off. I just kind of keep gently lifting them. Oh, that was a bit much. I'll lift off there. You can sometimes just rip off the pad, and then it's rip. These come in a nice stiff PCB though, unlike the G Pro X, which is on like a super lightweight, paper thin PCB. How do you do with the lead contaminating workspace? Lead-free solder? All good. Sure is. That's what it's saying. Sure is. Love your vids. Which aftermarket mouse feet do you recommend for the best live audio? Totally depends on the mouse, mate. To be fair, but glad you like the channel. I'd check out my Glide playlist on YouTube channel. Got one done. It was a blast for my guide. Oh, nice one, mate. On the old stream, yeah, we've done a few, haven't we, this week? Some stream twitches. Glad to hear it. Drop some piggies in my Discord, man. And tag me on Twitter if you want. Feel free. Glad to hear it's good, mate. Let us know how you get on with it when you're playing with it. Do you change the switches or are you just on the weight reduction? Might go in leaded solder maybe, yeah? I haven't noticed. Just a weight reduction, fair enough. Do you think you should do a weight reduction in M710? There wasn't much to it, I've had a look before. Same with like the Ultralight 2 final mouse, just won't bother. Is that light anyway, man? Yeah, chances are Cupheads are generally a solid bet on most mice. I won't get them for the super light, other people still do. It's their choice. I get Tigers on that. But overall, they're pretty good core pads. Pretty solid on most of the mice, and easy to get hold of. Yeah. My cows on there. I'd get a Cat 6 OP just because you can get a higher bandwidth down it later on in life. Depends what you're doing. Cat 5's okay-ish. Depends what much bandwidth you're putting down it. At least Cat 5e. Like I put Cat 6 down my main house as like a backbone. Should put fibre because houses are now getting nearly like getting above a meg. Oh, not above a meg, not in 2001. You're getting above like a gig now. Internet and stuff. So I have to change mine. But mine's been in 6 years, but. A pain in the ain to change. Cat 5 e's up to a gig, I think. If I remember off the top of my head. But it can depend. Cat 6 is definitely up to a gig. With linear and tactile switches, keyboards. Yep, I have indeed. I like tactile. One of my cats is in it, right? It's been here all day, as long as the door's open. Like, it's not moved, like it's literally been sat on a heat pad. Even though it's 32 degrees in this room, it still sits in the heat pad, right? God knows how hot it is. And as soon as she shuts the door because she's gone to bed, he wants to get up and go out. Like freaks out because the door shuts. Been dead to the world for any other reason. Any preferences? I don't know. Custom or not? Because I don't know any custom keyboards, I'll tell you that. I need to get into them, but I don't know. I've had the Ducky I've got here for 2 years now, and I meant to review it 2 years ago. I've still got it. And my only preference is I want a 65% and I want a 60 and I absolutely hate it. I refuse to change it until I've reviewed it. Guess of it, I've got like another 6 like stacked on next to me. All like Logitech's. It's a G815. I've got a G Pro TLK.
I've got balls of steel.
I don't know, I've got loads. I've got about 25 keyboards. It is custom ones. I don't like the Huntsman's linear switch. I've got more than that, so I'm never on my review. Cheers, Zoomy1337, Zoomy Elite. Appreciate it, man. Welcome. Cheers for the follow. Yeah, no, I keep buying them. I've stopped buying them now. I've just not got around to touching them. I can't even do all the mice that I've got, so that's why I've kind of like diversed a little bit. I'm trying to do a bit of everything and then I just can't. If I did have the time maybe, but I don't have the time. I did a lot of keyboard tests, they're pretty cool. We're doing all latency tests and trigger tests, got some ideas from that. We'll get back into them, just not at the moment. I want a 65% keyboard, which they weren't out at the time when I had that 60%. I get one, but I don't want to waste any more money on them, so they're going to have to sit there until I can review it. By which time it's probably haggard anyway. Here's my 3-year review of using this Ducky 1-2 Mini. Which actually I think is one of the clones anyway from when Ducky fell out with, is it Aeon? Can't remember the chord now. Can't pronounce the name. A-O-O-N. Or A-A-N-N-O, is it? I got it before they declared that they weren't working together. I know, yeah. See what the funny thing is, I actually don't particularly like the layout. I hate it. It's a good keyboard, right? It's not in the keycaps, I haven't even worn on it. I use it a lot. But it's dead loud. Like I bought the blue MX Blues on it because I want to use it to compare, like sound comparison. It's dead loud. But I just won't. I refuse to take it off my desk until I've like reviewed it. I did a comparison against Huntsman, and I found it was better than the Huntsman. The Huntsman 60%. Normally swap every 6 months. I was swapping a lot, but that's why I got so many keyboards. Split right and shift key. Yeah. I like the bigger Huntsman. I used to like the Breezer stuff, but people have been calling me out for being a Ducky fanboy, which is quite funny. I'm like slagging off Razor. Not slagging them off, but you know, favouring the Ducky over the Razor. I'm like, how much Razor stuff I've got. My daily laptop's a Razor blade. Using to go gaming around. Hate the sound of Huntsman, yeah. I mean, the bigger one was okay, the main like full size, but the mini one was not very good. Some of the stuff's pretty good, but not that. It's very like coarse, the sound of it. I'm using a Tartarus gaming keypad at the minute, which I don't particularly like, but I can't get any more Weavers. I've had 6 old Weavers. Every one of them's broke. Everyone. Within like a year or 2. 6, man. That's how dedicated I am to them. People say I don't like Razer. You're joking me, I spent about $1,000 on keypads. Not because I keep swapping them, because they keep breaking. They don't make it anymore. They bought that off Belkin, didn't they, the Tartarus? They didn't change it, and they've got a Tartarus now V2 with the linear switches, which I'm not a fan of really. And now they stopped making the old Weaver. Ooh, which you know, I find them easier to use than keyboards. Like I've been using keyboards for like 20 years. Don't get me wrong, like for peaking and stuff like that. But gamepads are much easier. I find to keep my hands in the right place, but no, they don't make them because no one really buys them. It's certainly a niche. Right, this one's done. Put it back together now. And we can start on the G Pro X. To use the joystick, I use it for switching weapons and for peeking. So like I have it like up and down to peek left, peek right. Forwards like primary and back secondary. That's it. I don't use it for running around or anything like that. I use WASD for running. I find it a lot easier to peek because I can have all my fingers on the keys and still peek at the same time. So I can move like full movement. People use the thumb and like V and B and stuff, don't they? So, which is fine. That's what I used to use. More control and stuff. But I still feel it's not a natural movement, even with that keyboard. My gamepads are designed to work better with your hand. Since I got my 60%, I'm stuck on to the size. Try to use a full size. Yeah, I know. I think 65 or 75 is a good combo for them. I mean, I swapped from using keyboards when keyboards were full size. There was no 60%, right? So I used to have to tilt my keyboard at like weird angles to game on. Hence I started using gamepads a bit more. Now you've got all these different layouts and sizes and profiles. Like I like the 60 because it's nice and compact on my desk. But boy, do I miss a dedicated delete key and arrow keys. Do I miss those? Oh my days. On numeric keypad, yep. I miss them, alright. Especially when I'm doing a lot of work and data. I tried a low profile mechanical keyboard for gaming. I've got the G915 and I've got the G815, and I've literally sat them in the box for the year. I've not tried them. I used to use a low profile Logitech Bluetooth keyboard back in probably 1999. And that was low profile back then, right? I had like the office blue keyboard set up on my desk. It's actually pretty pimp. I can find it one sec. Use function backspace for delete. Yeah, I do as well, mate, but I still peeves me off that I have to do that. I want a dedicated key. You know what I mean? I've been using that for 30 years. I feel like it's a bit of a hassle to use dedicated. I guess the delete's not the problem. The arrow keys are a problem. The numeric keypad, or some ability to use keys. I could probably get away with that numeric keypad, but I want arrow keys because I tend to move around documents quite a lot using arrow keys. And again, you can hold FN down, right? But not the amount of documents I go through Excel and stuff. It can be a real pain in the ass. There are 3D printed scroll wheel attachments that you can use under your keyboard. I've seen that. Someone's doing I've seen someone doing 3D printed like a joystick and stuff like that from a spacebar button. They look pretty cool. They're probably cool for like peeking and stuff. I could probably get away with that instead of a gamepad, and I might have a look. I just need time to find that stuff. I also like I use foot pedals for voice activation and stuff, for like chatting on stream and things. Just find this Logitech keyboard on sec. It was a badass keyboard back in the day. This is before Razer existed, by the way. Just so you know, and things like that. There was no Corsair or anything like that. Ducky, no one like that existed. There was no gaming companies. Just office stuff. Is it 1999? Try to find it. Give me a sec. Was that it? There it is. Still on eBay. Dravo it was. Logitech Dravo. I love the foot pedals. Yeah, they're cool, man. I'll post a link in in chat and so. That's what I used to use back in the day. I think it was released in like maybe early 2000s. It was before anyone like Razer or anything like that was even on the radar. It's like numpty things. Oh, look. What are these custom keyboards? Peter? Like the orange accent on them, pretty cool. This is a normal G Pro, yeah. Doing a super light in a minute. You can tell by the sides. I'm just putting it back together now. We just converted the switches to Kale, encoder to Kale, and then Kale side switches. No weight reduction, just pure switches this one.
Got balls of steel.
Cheers for the follow. Cheers for follow, Hobbies GB, appreciate it, man, and Hood Math, cheers for the follow as well. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy my modding, or generally just chatting. Appreciate the support there. My keyboard is Brutal 60. Long ago. What it was actually long ago is actually the name of the company. People ask me a lot about like mains and things like that, but seriously I just move around so much. I'd like to have a main, but at the moment there's so many mice and stuff coming out. I haven't got a choice. I've got to like change the mouse weekly at the minute. If someone said to me like, what's your main at the minute? It's probably the HyperX Haste Pulsefire because it's close and I like it on my desk. I've got a G Pro Superlight. I've got a Orochi that I'm using at the minute, and it's probably about it at the minute. I kind of like my mains. On there, I'm using the SteelSeries Prime still on my desk. It's on my pad, I think, at the minute. Still turned on. You know what I mean? I've got like a couple of mains. I have to say, which is the main today? What the main of the main? A little bit of lube on the old roly. Further haste for the shape. Yeah, it's good, man. So I like the Aerox as well, I think. I like the shape of it. But I think the haste is slightly better. For me anyway, shape-wise. If that haste comes out with a decent wireless version, my days of G Pro maining could be numbered. Never seen that one. Have you tried the K3? Might say Chancellor Alps. Never seen one. Wasn't supposed to be a late one, but here we are at 1:30 in the morning. Still going. One more to do after this. Fully modified G Pro X is coming next. Like, fully, including the shells being drilled on it. Which is probably the most job I hate. And changing scroll wheels. Encoders. Oh, and changing G Pro X side buttons, which we're gonna have to do. Dremel time. It's a bit aggressive at the minute. I'm throwing the old nail file at the minute, mate. Got a bit more control with it. Dremel's a bit bulkier and a bit more like savage. So if I want to cut something up big time, that Dremel's good. We need a mouse to bust the Dremel out on though. I feel like it's feeling a bit upset in the cupboard at the minute. It wants to come out and chop something up. It's like we're neglecting it a bit. I would have brought it out on the Starlight we did, but I don't know how to trust magnesium. Like, it's not exactly a metal I've used before, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm sat there daily working with magnesium. Yeah, got to put all the 400 screws back in it. We've got to make sure that we get past the blue bars because they're going to rip all the screws in as well. Use the magnets because they are like gravity powered, like ridiculously strong. I don't know how long it takes Logitech to build a mouse, but they've got some R&D in these shapes, I tell you. They could save so much money. Don't get me wrong, I think Logitech's probably one of the best built ones. Like body wise, definitely. The engineering in them, super strong. A good robot, yeah, maybe. The robot's not going to cat him out though, is it? That's what I mean. Like, someone sat here and like CAD'd all these pieces into it. Like, and then you whip open like, I don't know, a final mouse and you've got PCB and like a load of pre-done like plastic. No hit on final mouse there, by the way. I'm just saying like there's other mice. I'm thinking of ones that are like efficiently made. Like final mice that are efficiently made in terms of the weight. But you don't get much weight out of final mice because they're basically like the shape on it and the way they're built is pretty good. In terms of like the way they've crafted the base and the shell, they try to keep as much weight out of it as they can. And then you've got like Zari, that building was like a chunk of plastic. Logitech build like individual components that like clip together and stuff. Practice is a bit similar, they're similar. They've got similar size to Logitech in that sense. The MPO1. Then you got like Model O, they're similar. That Model O, Glorious, they're a bit more like Final Mouse where they're like optimizing the manufacturing to make it really easy to push out. I'm saying I should do a blind assembly of a G Pro, but it might be a little bit complicated, even though I've done so many. I used to mod consoles when I was younger. I used to do. Just made that Xbox One monstrously good. G Pro X after this, modded within an inch of its life, and then it's better after that. Probably take us an hour or so, hour and a half, I reckon. Maybe a little bit longer with the drilling of the shell. Did one the other day and dropped it on short. It's so hard trying to get the alignment of the holes, like symmetrical. What would you do after the mice? You fix them? These are people who've either asked me to do this, or I just keep them myself if I've not done it before. I've got like a load of mice just hanging around. I've got one of each. Some of them I do just to show people because they want me to demonstrate how to take it apart or what you can and can't mod. A load of carcasses about. is off to one happy owner who will be loving this. Top stock one, but all switches upgraded and the encode upgraded. Or even no. Right. Now we're onto the super light. So this thing's gonna be crazily modded. A few of these recently. It's a white one. 2 seconds, we find one. Switches we're having Kale 8s, we're having side switches Kale, encoder Kale, Tiger Ice on it, nice. See my cat wants to go on sec. Ultralight next, give a watch. Grab it. There's a little cow on it. One wants to go out, stuff running around the desk.
I've got balls of steel.
It's got a minute ago. Right. Make you standing in and out, that's it. Trap to his mouth. Nowadays my cat's trolling me around. Hey, welcome Kakaru Times JP, welcome. Cheers for the support, remember the follow. Welcome to the channel. Just about to crack open a super light and get this puppy on the road. .47 grams is the target weight. We're open. E. Cheers, ex Mr. Geo. Welcome to the channel. ASMR peeling that. Actually, one sec. Yeah. Go in there. You go out. You go out. Go in. Get out. Stay there. Lord. Cat's drawing me. Meow. Right, transfer these feet onto these. There's some new feet, but I need some feet on this cheap route. I'll transfer a feet transplant. Won't be quite the same, but my personal super light needs some stock skates. And this one wants some greater skates. As long as I don't destroy them. Happy days. And the reason why I'm changing them to stocks is because I need to review it properly from stocks. I mean, I've done it already, but this is the I had tigers on before. Got all the pads on it, mate. I've got some hotlines I think for it. You can try them out. They're coming. Get a bit of the high corner when you take them off. No problems. But yeah, they're good glide, these feet. You just need to round them a bit more. I mean, that was fundamentally a crime, given how straight that front is. I tried to round it a little bit, but with how straight that front is, and I hate the way they split them with foam, because they just split every time. That's what they do. Rip the tigers off in an urgent rush. Really pretty. Choose my personal super light. I'm glad you don't give us stock feet back. Someone said they might be stocking them again. Did I hear that? Just trolling me? Did I hear that wrong? Are they actually stocking? Are they actually selling stock feet now? Logitech? I haven't seen them if they are. I'm there quite a bit. But I am pretty blind looking at stuff like that. Right, stock's got some feet back. The switches first. Start taking out the base. This one's get as much weight out of it as you can, basically. I need to scan one of these bases and print my own bases from. can do it, just not at the time to do it. Are you a fan of grip tape on mice buttons? Not personally. But I've done a lot of reviews on them. But for me, I'm not like I don't generally use it. They're gonna add, this one's gonna have, I won't be doing it in this stream. It's gonna have some grip tape added to it. So although it looks wholly on this one, it will be covered. I'll put some pictures up when it's done, but I won't have time tonight because I've got to cut it all. It's already 1:45 in the morning. So. But yeah, a lot of people like grip tape. They like it jazzes up the mouse a little bit. I like it on the sides. I don't generally like it on the buttons. I guess that's probably my opinion. Sometimes I like it on the sides, but I don't particularly like it on the buttons because I find it interferes with them. It's my personal problem. Is it possible to keep the power play capability and remove the area around it, the magnets? You asked me that before, Chad, on, I think you were in channel. I mean, you could cut, right? Well, I'm trying to show you on the mic. Like, the magnets sit in these two holes, right? So as long as you... I'm going to show you. Oops. If you cut out around here, like that part of it off maybe, and you cut up the USB socket and come around the back here, and you leave like that as like a little notch out with a magnet, and you probably could keep it. If that's what you wanted to do. So like you could leave like the power play sits here. So as long as you leave that little bit of plastic on and like leave it hinged here maybe, or even here, here and here, like that little rectangle. And you took out all of this other stuff, you could probably still run the power play. I mean, would they wobble? Just gonna leave a line of plastic in the middle here, maybe hold them together, and like take off the back here, but keep it like a. There's no line because of the plug. That's any problem. I just like you can chop it like there and there, and run it, and then just take out this middle section. And then you'd probably be able to fit your power play plug back in it still. Save quite a bit of weight, mate. I can't remember. I've done a lot of teardown videos. It's probably worth looking on my tech channel if you've not seen them, but definitely worth it. You get about 5 grams out of the base, I think 3 to 5 grams. You do on the main Logitech, you get quite a lot. This one's a bit lighter. We could try it, Chad, if you want. So we can try and do that mod for you and see what it looks like in a sec, and then we can take it out properly, but it won't be easy, I don't think. Yeah, it's easy to see when I'm trying to like point it out in it, I know what you mean. You could do it, you could keep the power play plug in, like if you had the one with the wireless part, this one obviously isn't. As long as you got the magnets in play, then it'd hold that in place even without that middle part in it. So that's what people are asking. Not seen many people want the power play. I used to use the power play on the 903 back in the day, and I loved it. Apart from with the change, like the Logitech had 2 pads. It had the power play charging pad and then like a G640 on top. But they were basically just sat on top of each other, so they just used to like eventually throughout the day it just moved like that. You have to pull it back and just keep realigning it. Just OCD wound me up. But I like the fact it charged on the pad. And they never seem to really have gone much further than that. They haven't really updated the pad. And then like Corsair released the M800. I think I reviewed that a while ago. That was just so thick. Steel Series did one. Come on. You're ordering more stuff for a keyboard and you want a G Pro. You need to buy yourself a G Pro charge. You need to buy the bullet, mate. I know you want one. And then after that bargain for a G Pro, you have to get one that's damaged. Yeah, I've seen the after. Oh, I see what you mean. The one that like docks it like the Viper like that at the angle. Yeah, I actually mean. Seeing it. Do you get an aftermarket power play plug? Because I should look at one. Or do you have to buy the Logitech power play plug? Should I do a power play Logitech G Pro wireless with a mod for it? You'd like that, Chad? Too many expensive hobbies, yeah, I know what you mean. Never mind modding mice. Aviation, a bit RC. Oh, nice, I like it. RC is an expensive hobby. I had a petrol car once, RC one. It cost me more to run that than it did my normal car. So do they give you a power play plug on that as well, Chad, with the stand? Or do you have to get, you don't need the Logitech power play, is that what you're saying? I'll have to have a look. I've seen a few in AliExpress and stuff, it's not got around to them yet. They're going to financially recover from buying this fine amount of mice. Yeah, it's getting expensive. Gaming now is an expensive hobby. Back in the day, you had a keyboard, you didn't care what it was, as long as it had a few keys on it, or a mouse was like capable. That was it. Your happy days. But now it's like different switches, different color combos, customizations now becoming monstrous. A good modding. Everyone's into modding now. She didn't have hobbies. Got up hobbies there. Chords. Part of life, man. But I agree. Ones that maybe aren't as expensive. That's why I have to mod mice for people so I can fund my expensive hobby. I just think every time I mod someone's mouse, I'm looking at which one I'm going to cut up next. Good old Rival 300. Now your hands are growing, you've got to use bigger mice now, Dinky, is that what it is? Or is it just because your taste has increased now a little bit? Looking forward to taking apart SteelSeries Prime. I can't remember the last time I took a SteelSeries apart. Don't think I've ever done a teardown at one, but I've done them before. Just don't think I've ever shown it. I know I did a Rival 3, I took it apart, I think. I did a power cord, I've still got a power cord for it. Never shown that video. 300 massive, is it? I can't remember. It's huge. It was 750 had the LCD screen, was at 700. Can't remember now. It's 138 grams, I think. Throwing everything around. Cool. Would you say the Model O is close in shape to the Viper? It's certainly flat at the front. I can't remember. The Viper's got more of a flared front, I would say, but they are close, in my opinion. But I'd have to measure them to be sure. The difference. Give me a second, I'll show you one next to each other. Have a look. No as well. Right, hang on a minute. Dig them out from over here. It's a modded Model O, right? A little bit of dust off. It's sat around my desk. Pretty close there. It's an 8K Viper, but obviously a wireless Model O. They're close. Is one of them higher? I can't remember. Well, it's about 38. See that? It's like a millimetre higher. Viper. Close though. Hope that answers your questions. There's obviously a few more measurements, right? Like probably like different front bits and stuff, but they're close. That quick measurement anyway. No worries. I was happy to show people different shapes and stuff. As long as they're out and about. Which at the moment most of them are, because I'm trying to sort things out in my house at the minute. So I've got carcass and mice everywhere. Got bombs gone off. Need to find an efficient way to store mice, so I have to drag them out of boxes. Just need some plastic containers and stuff. I'll be adding some commands to my stream soon, so you have to like control things, cameras and music and stuff. But I just need the time to do it. I did it ages ago when I first streamed. I just need to get back into it, but I need to change my streaming PC, so I've not done it yet. There's 9900K to a 5950 AMD one, but I've had the parts for 6 months. I just need to build it. Can actually pull out that one. A little bit of persuasion with the solder iron, and then we're good. First time I see that getting swapped. Oh yeah, swap everything here, mate. Don't you worry. Come to the right place. Oh, Opie. You've just seen this, Opie. This one else. Let's see me change the encoder before. Working a different way at the minute, but that's where I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah, I had to destroy it then. There's I'm waiting for a longer piece from a solder iron. Trying to see what I mean in a sec. So I'm going to get a longer tip. It's about that long, like spades. I've ordered a few, and then you can put them on and like do all the switches in one go. People have been saying to get that, so give it a whirl. And we'll see if it makes it a bit easier to get stuff off it. The encoder is probably one of the trickier ones. So I've destroyed a lot of encoders. A lot of encoders have died in my hands. Okay, if you don't destroy the like the pads as well. Like I've not destroyed one yet, but what was the first? What's the purpose of that copper strip? This stuff. So it soaks up the solder. So basically, if you have excess solder, you put this braid on. It's called super wick braid, and that soaks up the additional solder, so you don't basically clear the holes. Well, instead, I have to get the solder out. And yeah, you see. When I was first doing, I used to use braid and a solder pump. In fact, I used to use braid. I used to get them out with braid, but it was a bit difficult on some of the thicker boards. Did the customer choose the encoder? Yep, certainly did. Let's do a video on encoders. Get my irons cooling down. We picked this. This is what they've put this spec. Everything being done to this is their choice. Tell me what they want. I'll make it happen. I've got a fan above my head, gentle one, so it's all good. But I don't wear a mask. Probably should start wearing one. A bit more. I don't normally do as many mice as I've done recently, but. Poisoning myself slowly. Looking at some desk fans, but they're not very good, like extractor ones, but it's too low. They're not designed for when you're streaming like it, just like wee. You don't want that. You're soldering directly to the LR44 battery, okay? Well, instead of the carrier, you mean? Quite hard to get hold of them, those LR44 carriers, so probably not a bad idea, mate. I've never done it. Soldering to batteries can be a bit tricky, but let us know how you get on. Drop it in my Discord when you've done it. Also got a tech channel there if you've not been on it, gameplay channel, website, and I got a shop. Website's got a load of data on it. Shop, you can buy some stuff, like mods and things if you want. Placement parts soon. Do you have a favourite switch for your main clicks? Yep, Kale Red 4.0 is my favourite. Oh, you bloody joking. Love it. Our website, I'm just about to release some my skates and stuff like that to buy, so changing things up a bit. Start getting to more of a shop now, so I can pay for my hobbies. people one place to go for mod stuff. Can't seem to find any carrier without a bulk purchase. Yeah, they're awkward, man. Same problem. I might be stocking some on my website soon, so check it out. Can't imagine how much stuff I've been helping working. Oof, there's a lot of stuff to inhale, man, isn't it? This is it, right? We'll only find out in the future. It's a bit late then. You can use your points on Friday streams when I'm giving away like Steam vouchers and stuff like that for games and playing games. So at the moment that's all there is, but there is giveaways on a Friday. Every Friday there's at least a $20 giveaway. And these are delicate. When you're watching these, you accumulate those points as well. When I'm 70, I'm still playing games. I'm 42, still playing games, mate. You can be a go-to if you get those smaller hands. Yep. Never too old to game. There's a grandma, she games playing like Elder Scrolls and stuff. 38 here. Nice, I like it. Well done, my friend. What temperature do you iron? Depends. Between 360 and 400, depending on the board. Just comes down to what? Basically, it depends on the board I'm using. Getting rid of the iron. Some side switches time. I'd say fill the plastic because it looks like a bit like that inside. Something slightly different. It has like a metal hoop and then like the plastic teeth and ring on it. Got my cat out one sec.
I've got balls of steel.
Thanks for the follow, Evo K. Is it? Welcome. Hope you like modding mice, mate, and just chatting in general. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate the support.
future.